get a little warm. Maybe take a deep breath. I hear some moaning and groaning already. That's a good sign. Let's roll our ankles a bit. Let's take our right foot and just make a circle with our toe. And change directions. Change the other side. Make a circle with that toe. And change directions. Good, let's shake out your right leg all the way down, from the hip all the way down, nice and loose, get all the tension out. And then stabilize the upper leg and shake out that foot and ankle. Let it get nice and loose, nice and floppy, don't control it at all. And then change sides, do the same thing on the other side, hips down all the way, make it nice and loose. Stabilize the upper leg, shake out that foot and ankle, no tension. All right. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to mute you guys. And we'll start with our nerves, just like normal. Here we go, starting on the right. 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm not satisfied. I want the thing that sounds with the house and faith, which if I'm right on the side, I don't want pork chops and bacon. That won't wait. My appetite inside. I want the thing that sounds with the house and faith, which if I'm right on the side. And the city right, I will get you down. I'm gonna keep myself right tonight. I don't want frustration right there. You heard what I say. Where the police serve my fire. I want the feeling plan the songs with the house and faith, which is my fire on the side. I don't want to have to finish. Believe me, I'm never satisfied. I want the feeling plan songs with the awesome faith, which is my fire on the side. I don't want to that's one way. My appetite inside. I want the flame songs with the arms of faith, which you know on the side. Now whatever never felt sure. I will get you down. I'm gonna feel myself want to ride. I don't want this place right. You got what I said. When you listen, I want to feel that songs with the awesome faith, with your love on the side.
Okay, you guys. So, looking at who we have here, I don't think we have anybody who this is their first week. Am I correct about that?
I don't know for others.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, no, I think I know all you guys. So, so we're going to go a little bit, not faster in tempo, but like, I'm just not going to explain as many things as far as the individual moves that we do. So this first part, you just follow what I do. We'll go through some of the vocabulary you guys have been doing the past few weeks, and we'll take it from there. So let's start we'll do some steps, stomps, stamps, hops, heels and toes. We'll mix them up. Let's start with steps.
Always late. Anytime we have a date, but I love her. Yes, I love her. I'm gonna walk right to her gate and see if I can get it straight. Cause I love her. I'm gonna ask her. Is you ain't my baby?
Now two.
The way you're acting lately makes me cry.
Alright, this is a stop.
You just my baby. Seems my flame in your heart's done gone out. A woman is a creature that is always been strange. Just one thing should have won. You find she's gone and made a change. These are things my baby. Maybe baby's found somebody new. Or is my baby still my baby? Maybe baby's found somebody new. Or is my baby still my baby true?
Alright, let's move on. Let's do another song. We'll continue that for a second. Back to heels and toes just for a minute. Two on the front, two on the back. Toe, heel, toe, change to the left. Wait, we have to finish the other side. Other side. Here we go. Left, right, That's better. Okay, good. All right. So let's move on. Let's move on to brushes. So we'll do some brush steps. Starting with the right foot. Remember, you're going to prepare to the back. Brush, step, brush, step, brush, step, brush, step. You're just hitting the toe tap on this one as you go forward with the leg. Normally, if you had a lot of space, you could travel forward and backwards with this. The backwards version would be prepare to the front, brush back, step, brush back, step. We're going to keep it just in place. After we do regular brush steps, we're going to change it to a flat, right down into the floor. Don't take it too far out like you would on a brush step, or else you're not going to have time to put it down on the floor fast enough. So you want to compress it, take it down into the floor when we make it into a flat. We'll do regular flaps forward and back. We'll add one heel. So the one heel looks like this. Lap, heel, lap, heel, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. Same thing to the back. And 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. We'll also add a second heel today. So when we add the second heel, your first foot does the flap. The other foot, your standing leg, so in this case the left leg, is going to heel first, and then your right foot heel second. On the left side, flap left, right heel, left heel. So let's try it on the right side. Flap right, left, right, and left, right, left, and right, left, right, and left, right, left. Let's try going backwards. Starting with the right foot this time, we'll go right to the flat, then your left foot heel first, left, right. So it's always alternating. Left, right, left. This is hard to do in place. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Right, left, right, and left, right, left. You can also do these with steps instead of heels. So if we took it going forward, right, step, step, left, step, step. You have to make sure you transfer your weight to that first foot so you know which one is next. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Same thing going backwards. Flat, step, step. Flat, step, step. This is called flat ball change. Flat ball change. Flat ball change. Let's try a couple of those with music. If this is the first time you're adding that extra heel, don't sweat it. You'll get it eventually. It's just a matter of practice. Let's try nice and slow. Starting with brush steps. Before we go on, we're going to try those two a little bit faster. If you want to try it, it's going to be more like this. Going forward. And going backwards. Whenever you speed things up, you want to keep it smaller. You can't be as big with your preparation when you're going backwards. You can make it much smaller by just lifting your toe. Still bring it out forward if you want. It's just smaller. Let's see. Let's give it a shot. We'll add on after that though. We'll do our flat ball changes. But let's try that double heel. Starting with the double. Nice and quick. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. So let's move on. Let's move on to shuffles. Shuffles, a brush forward and a brush back. Put together, it becomes a shuffle. Nice and slow, you can be swingy, but when you speed it up, remember you're going to go more down and up and have a nice loose ankle. Let gravity and inertia, momentum do some of the work for you. So shuffle, quicker, a little bit more up and down. So let's try, we'll do some shuffles, front, side, back, side, front, side, back, side, and then we'll maybe do some faster ones with some shuffle steps. Maybe we'll add a shuffle ball change today. Shuffle, ball change, shuffle, step, step, shuffle, step, step, shuffle, step, step. We'll add that on each side. Let's try it. Nice and slow. 5, 6, left drop. To the side. To the back. Change legs. Wants to try it. So for the sped up version of shuffle ball change, I'm going to do it shuffle ball change, shuffle ball change. Let's do it just for a couple, see how it goes. Good, guys. Let's do another thing with shuffles. We're going to do a shuffle hop step, which we've done before. Might have been a couple weeks, but we're going to do shuffle on the right, hop, and then step on the right. Change sides. Shuffle on the left, and then step. Shuffle, hop, 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 step. So you can do this in place, just like that. You can also do an Irish, which would mean shuffle to the side, hop, and then step in front. I know we don't have a lot of space. I don't have a lot of space. You probably don't have a lot of space either. So we're just going to kind of fake it. We're going to still do the shuffle to the side, shuffle, hop, and then instead of crossing in front, we're just going to step underneath ourselves to kind of fake an Irish here. So let's try that, starting on the right. Shuffle, hop, step. 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 And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Yeah. All right. Let's practice a couple of those with music. This is in our sequence today, so I want to make sure we have time to practice it. Try nice and slow first, and then we'll speed it up. Even slower. We're going down, down, down. Let's try. Shuffle, hop, step, shuffle, hop, step. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Let's try a little bit faster. Try sneaking it up a little bit. 6, a 5, 6, 7. Okay, next. Here we go. 5, 6, a 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going no stop, no matter where it's from me. All my own time, you in my way. Please let it stay. That must be the Lord. All right, good. I can't, it's so funny. I can't really see you guys, except in my tiny little window over there. I can see all of your little heads going boop, boop, boop on the hop. It's very cute. Do you guys have any questions about Irish? Okay. All right, we have one more thing to do before we do our sequence. I'm not sure if we did this. Maybe it's been a few weeks, I think. Something called a paradiddle. So this one's going to start with your heel. You're going to start with your heel on the ground. I'll do it to the side. And then we're going to practice this. We're going to practice on the way off of the floor. We're going to hit our toe on the ground. So heel, toe, as you're pulling it back. So heel on the ground, pull the foot up, and brush back with your toe. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Good. Let's try this on the other side. So now our weight's on our right. We're going to put our left heel down, heel, and as you bring that foot up, you're gonna hit your toe tap on the ground. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, good. We're gonna add on to this. So after that heel toe, you're gonna step with that foot on the ball of your foot, and then you're going to bring the heel down afterward. So it's 4 sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that on our right. So heel, brush, step, heel. Let's try it on our left. Heel, brush, step, heel. Again on the right. Heel, brush, step, heel. On the left. Heel, brush, step, heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Let's check in for questions real quick. Since some of you, this is probably the first time you've done these. You guys have any questions about this? Okay. Let's try with music then. We'll try it slow first, and then we'll speed them up. This is a good one to practice speed on for your homework, maybe. It's one of those moves that it seems like it's really impressive and cool, but as you guys saw, you guys all just did it, and it's really not that hard when you break it down. Let's try. We'll do it half time. And then maybe we'll speed it up from there. So here's the tempo we'll do it first. Heel, brush, step, heel. Heel, brush, step, heel. Here we go. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Confessing that I love you. Tell me, do you love me? I'm confessing that I love you. Again, I need you every moment.
Good. Shake that out for a second.
Read so strange thing.
We're gonna try it double time.
Your lips look like they
So this one's gonna be nice and even. Let's try.
making me blue.
6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1.
You know what day you leave me. You said can't be friend. No. Oh, that day you're gonna leave me. Oh, yeah, I'm in the bed. Oh,
So that one was nice and even, right? So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. We're gonna change it up a little bit swingier. So now it's gonna be 1. Hopefully you feel the difference. Let's try that with the music. Little swingier. Here we go. 5, 6, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. Let's go back to even. Ready? 5, 6, and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Let's switch over to the swing version. Ready? 5, 6, and 6. Okay. How'd you guys do with that?
The swingier version, there's a very slight pause after the heel. Right?
Yes, it's longer.
Okay.
So if you have a note and you were counting it 1 E and 2 E and when you're doing it even, you're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And in the swingier version, you're going 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's a little bit more of a, yeah, absolutely. Any other questions about that or things that you noticed? Terry, are you talking?
Yes. Can you turn your volume up a little bit? It seems I'm having a little harder time hearing it than normal.
I don't think I can. Maybe my music's too loud though.
Okay.
No, you seem a little softer, and I checked my volume. You seem a little softer today.
Really?
Yeah, just when you're talking.
Am I extra meek today? Not my normal self. Okay, I'll try and speak up. How about that? Okay, let's move on to our sequence because those paradiddles, you basically learned a whole chunk of it right there. That's the second part.
What's it called?
Paradiddle, I'm going to type it in the chat. Paradiddle. It's because of the sound that it makes. Paradiddle, 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 paradiddle. It's a percussion term
It's a
too.
snare drum term.
There you go.
The Georgia
Thank you.
musician.
That's right. Yes, please, musicians, jump in whenever I say something that is foolish.
No, it's not foolish at all. I didn't know it related to tap.
I just, I appreciate it when like you and Jane, when you guys help me out with things that maybe I have forgotten since high school. Okay, so why don't we do this backwards? We're gonna learn the second half first. We're gonna do what you just did, paradiddles, and for the sequence, we're gonna do 2 slow. So we're gonna, I forgot to mute you, hold on. We're gonna do 2, like kind of half time, and then we're gonna speed it up, double that for the second time through. So we're gonna do slow on the right, slow on the left, and then 4 with that swingier rhythm. Let's try that without music first. Here we go. 2 slow, 2 with the swingier rhythm. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are even, and then even to half. Let's do that even slower. 5, 6, 5, 6. Nice and slow. Slow and even. Slow and even. Then rhythm. 5, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that twice through, a little bit faster. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slow and slow. Now 4. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2. Now 4. Good. Let's try that with music. All right, this song is slow to begin with. I'm going to slow it down just a touch for the first time you do it, but that's all you get. Let's try this. It's a quick intro, so listen to the beginning. And go, okay? So here, let's try it. Yeah. Try it 1 notch. This is actually full speed right now. Here we go. time. Here we go. All right. Fastest you ever learned a phrase. Do you have any questions about that? Everybody's swell. Okay. All right. Let's do the beginning part then. So keep that in the back of your mind. The beginning part, we are going to do an Irish. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to step on our right foot, and we're going to do an Irish with our left foot. And we are going to get around the moving front on this Irish by kind of moving on a diagonal. If you have room for this, you can try this. You're going to step on your right, step, shuffle, hop, step. So I'm kind of moving almost towards the side, but if you have room to move up a little bit, try that. So stepping on our right, step, shuffle left, shuffle, hop, step with our left foot. Try that again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, shuffle, hop, step. Good. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, shuffle, hop, step. Good. We're going to add another step with the right foot, and it's going to be a stamp. We're going to accent it a little bit. So it's going to look like this. Step, shuffle, hop, step, step. Let's try it. Nice and slow. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, shuffle, hop, step, step. Good. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, shuffle, hop, step, step. Let's try just that much on the left side since you know it's going to repeat. So for the left side, we're going to step left. We're going to shuffle right, shuffle, hop, step, crossing over or to the side if you can, and then step with your left foot. So going back to the beginning, step left, shuffle right, hop, step, step left. One more time left. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, shuffle, hop, step, step. Again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, shuffle, hop, step, step. Maybe one more time left. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, shuffle, hop, step, step. Good. All right. So let's add on. So let's go back to the right. We have step, shuffle, hop, step, step. We're going to take our left foot. We're going to step backward. And we're going to do a little bit of a, kind of like a lunge. There's not going to be a ton of time, but there's definitely a little bit of this action where we raise our toe up and we bend our standing leg and we stick our butt out a little bit to make this a little bit more exaggerated. So we were here on our right, step left. We're going to raise our toe and we brush, step. So you're on your right, step back left, you brush, step. You're on your right, step back left, brush, step. So your left leg is free. Let's try to add that on all together nice and slow, starting with the step on the right. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, shuffle, hop, step, 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 brush, step. And if you want, you can add a heel on that to finish it out. So the whole thing would sound like this. I'll do the count so you can see what it's supposed to sound like. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 would be the option if you want to. But if you want to just step there and get ready for the next side, that's fine too. Let's try it all together from the beginning. 5, 6, 7, 8. A step, shuffle, hop, step, step, brush, step, heel. Good. One more time, right. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, So once you are over here, you're going to step back on your right foot. Now your left toe is coming up, and you're going to brush with your left toe. Brush, step, heel. And as I'm doing that, I'm kind of transitioning back to facing the front to get back to where we started. So let's try the whole sequence nice and slow on the left side. So starting with a step on the left. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, shuffle, hop, step, step right, brush, step, heel. Do it one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, shuffle, hop, step right, brush left, step, heel. One more time left. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, shuffle, hop, step, brush, step, heel. Okay, before we get too far, I want to make sure you guys are understanding everything. Do you have any questions about this little sequence? Clear? Wait, did I unmute you? Yes, you're just really quiet. Okay, let's put it together then. So let's try both sides. We'll start on the right, and we'll do back to back. One side on the right, once on the left. Here we go. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, shuffle, up, step, heel, left. Let's do it again a little bit slower. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, shuffle, up, step, heel. Step, shuffle, up, step, heel. Now let's speed it up. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. Let's try this with the music. Let's try it, we'll slow it down first. This is even slower than what you were just doing. Ready? Here we go. A little faster. Here we go. In real life, you're not going to do it 4 times. You're only going to do it 2 times. But let's try it one more time anyway, that way, so you get a couple chances. All right. Questions? Comments? Thumbs up? Just thumbs up?
So good, Jen. So good. We're killing it.
Okay. Thank you for saying words. Okay, I'm muting you though. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that thing twice through. And after we do it twice through, we're gonna do some shuffle changes. So shuffle changes are just shuffle steps, but faster. So we usually do shuffle step in exercises, right? We're gonna do this just step up a bit. So first thing that's different is we're gonna start with the step. So it's gonna be step, shuffle, step, shuffle, step, shuffle, step, shuffle. So we're gonna start with our right foot. Step, shuffle, step, we're gonna do these out to the side. So we're not doing front shuffles here. We're doing side shuffles. Okay, so let's start it with a step on the right. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, shuffle, 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 step, shuffle. We're gonna do 8 of them. If you want to think about how to count the steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's where you end. I think. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you should end up on your right, and we're not going to do them that fast. Don't worry. But we are going to do a step on every count. So it is going to be step shuffle, 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 step. Let's try it. Starting on our right, we'll do 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step shuffle, step shuffle, step shuffle, step shuffle. Okay, one more time. 5, 6, here we go. If this is too fast for you, what I want you to concentrate on is the step. So even if I can do the shuffle, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's where the beat is. If you are feeling like you could do the shuffle, that goes in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're triplets, so each beat is still divided into 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so where this is going to go is after your second time on the left, your right leg is free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're back to your right foot to start from the beginning. So it's going to be right side with the Irish, left side with the Irish, 7 of these shuffle changes, and then starting that part again. I think, or maybe we'll go on to the paradiddles. I'll have to see the music. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to practice this. Our second side. And then shuffle changes. Okay, let's try it. Starting with our left. 5, 6, nice and slow. Step, shuffle, hop, step, 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 brush, step, heel, step, shuffle, step, shuffle, step, shuffle. 5, 6, 7, hop. Let's do that again. 5, 6, 5, 6, here we go. Here we come. Yeah, good. And let's just say we're not going to repeat it, and let's go right into our paradiddles from there. So right after here, you're going to go right into your 2 slow paradiddles, and then your 4 with rhythm. And you are going to repeat this part. So you're going to do 2 slow again, and then your rhythm. And then you're going to go back to the beginning. Uh-oh, what's happening? Oh, my security software thinks right now is a great time to update. Okay, does that make kind of sense?
Sure.
Kind of. Let's try it.
Yeah, try it all.
It makes sense, it just takes practice.
Yes. So let's do that right now. Let's do that right now. So we're going to do the Irishes, right and left, shuffle changes, and then paradiddles. Here we go. Hit the music. Slow first. Here we go. I forgot you have to do that first part 3 times to make a full phrase. Oh, yes. So, third time. Good. The only problem that this makes is that you have to do it, you have to start on your left. Maybe we shouldn't do that. You know what we're going to do instead? Instead of making you change your whole footwork, instead we're going to do those shuffle changes twice in a row. So you're going to set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, stop. Does that make sense? So you're just going to do that part twice through so that you don't have to change all your footwork transition from the previous part. So let's try that again. Same tempo. Here we go. Sense. I'm just going to show you one more time the transition between the two shuffle change sections. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because we're not doing that eighth shuffle, you're just going to kind of hold here with your right leg, and then you're going to start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? Let's try it again. We'll do it full speed, so it's not quite so dreadfully slow. Here we go. along as usual. Anything?
Kristen wants to know how you make it sound so perfect every time.
Practice, of course. Yeah, do it for, 20 or so years or more. Then take a break for 10 years and then start again. Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time. If anybody wants to try it, if you can't stay or whatever, you don't have to, but let's do it one more time. And I'm gonna put the donation link and the link to the classes if you want to check anything out online afterwards. If you want to watch the recap, I'm gonna post it in the chat right now. Is everybody okay? I hear somebody coughing.
Me. It's not COVID. It's not COVID. They say
Thanks for
famous last
clarifying.
lines.
All right, one more time, you guys. All right, guys. Great job. Thanks for hanging in there.